Here's what you're going to be dealing with weekend closures. Unfortunately, if you live in Minneapolis or had plans to go to Minneapolis this weekend, just a heads up, 94 is going to be closed. Kicking off tonight, 10 p.m., both directions closed between 394 and 35W. That's going to last until Monday morning at 5 a.m. Here are your detours. This will be posted at KAROL11.com, but if you're coming from 94 westbound, you'll go up 280, 35W north or 35W south. If you're coming from 94 eastbound, you're just going to hop on 100 to the North Metro along 694 and then south from there. I promise no tests on this morning. Another closure kicks off Sunday. 35W northbound lanes only going to be closed between 62 the Crosstown and 94 up in Minneapolis. That starts Sunday 10 p.m. wrapping up Monday at 5 a.m. Lauren?
Thanks, Alicia. Well, today President Trump heads to Canada, his first official trip there, where he will join world leaders for the G7 summit. The other countries represented are France, Italy, Germany, Japan, the UK, and Canada. But there's a lot of tension with President Trump's new tariffs on steel and aluminum from Canada, Mexico, and the EU. Other big tension points, President Trump's withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord and the Iran nuclear deal. Canada's Prime Minister speaking out about the meeting.
There's no question that on trade, on climate change, on some other issues, there will be differences of perspective.
President Trump overnight tweeting the UK and Canada need to take down their tariffs and barriers or the U.S. will match them. The G7 is today and tomorrow. Chris?
In other news headlines this morning, a police officer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin was killed and another hospitalized after their squad car crashed. 23-year-old officer Charles Irvin Jr. and his partner were in pursuit of a reckless vehicle. This is the Milwaukee Police Department's first death in the line of duty in over 2 decades. The U.S. Embassy in China has sent its second alert in 2 weeks to its citizens over unexplained health issues. A number of U.S. government employees have already been evacuated. Today's alert urges Americans to seek medical help if they are suffering any unusual or unexplained symptoms. This situation is similar to one in Cuba that started in 2016. NASA announced a new discovery on Mars. How exciting is this? Scientists say the Curiosity rover discovered potential building blocks of life. Organic molecules were found preserved in bedrock that is 3.5 billion years old. The molecules could mean microorganisms may have once inhabited Mars and still might. Back on Earth, some of Minnesota's evergreens are struggling after a harsh winter and late spring, but according to the DNR, they may recover. There are reports of spruce, white cedar, and white pine trees that appear to die suddenly in several counties, but the DNR says wait a month before removing any trees, just in case they come back to life.
Chris, thanks. 6:04 is your time, and it's time now for our digital dive. Well, millions of people are going to be traveling to state parks, national parks across the country, but here is a warning for you. Don't get too close to the wild animals because, yeah, you may get gored or injured like this woman. She went to Yellowstone National Park Wednesday after a group of people crowded this bison. She suffered a hip injury because she was gored. She's apparently in good condition, but a lesson we all should learn from. Don't get too close to wild animals. And of course, a lot of people are saying we see this all the time. Like Trisha tells us, she said, we saw people doing this when we were there last year, getting way too close, trying to take photos. This is what happens. Jean tells us when are people going to learn that wild animals are not predictable and should be left alone. And Amy says large wild beasts, there's signs everywhere saying don't get too close. She's sorry for the woman injured. She could have been innocently just in the way. But again, you're in nature with wild animals.
In nature's backyard.
Yeah, I mean, they do look cuddly, bison, but don't get too close.
There's a false sense of security when you're in like a national park because you just see these things and they're so close to you. And especially
So
if you're
majestic.
looking through your phone, then you feel like super safe. You're like, oh, I'm just looking through my phone. Next thing you know, you're gored in the hip.
You're gored. All right, right now we're going to send it over to Sven. Hopefully no wild animals by you, Sven.
Well, no, now that you left the area.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, we got some showers on radar here. Heaviest showers are to the south. We got some downpours out around Mankato, and a little further north, we're on the edge of this rainfall this morning. So some on and off morning showers. Highs in the 70s today. We'll try to squeeze out a little sun this afternoon.
Sven, thanks. In other news this morning, remember how Delta rolled out those fancy new flight attendant uniforms designed by Zach Posen, made by Lands' End? Yeah, there's just one problem. According to some of the actual employees who wear them, they itch. They cause red skin and the buttons fall off. Oops. Well, after the employees complained, Delta did promise to fix the problems. Who runs the world? Girls. In Spain, at least, Beyonce, she was onto something. Gotta trust Queen Bee. Spain's new cabinet, sworn in by their prime minister, includes 11 women, just 6 men. So this is actually really unusual. It is the first mostly female cabinet in European history. And around the world, only 23% of seats in government are held by women. And so much for being a mountain dog. This 120-pound Pyrenees needed a little bit of help on his hike in Colorado. I love these photos. You can see him right there on a stretcher. Cato got a little tired, and with just about a mile left, he just stopped, laid down, wouldn't go any further. So his humans called in Evergreen Fire Rescue. Cato was dehydrated and tired, but he's okay. The fire rescue says they are all volunteers, so there's no cost here. They were happy to help. Oh, poor Cato. I mean, I guess it was a pretty tough hike. I think I may have wanted to just like lay down and give up too.
Just said that's enough. Dogs do that though. I took a little Pekingese on a walk. It was like 5 city blocks, and it said enough, and it just stopped. And I had to pick it up. Luckily, I could carry it myself. But dogs just stop when they want.
How big was this Pekingese?
Oh, I don't know, like
not like Cato, 120 pounds.
Probably like 8 pounds.
Okay.
I just put it under my arm and.
So you didn't need a stretcher.
Yeah. Hey, it was a Pekingese, cute little dog.
Never heard of a Pekingese.
Coming up on Sunrise. Oh, they're a popular breed. There's lots to talk about. School's out for summer, and we want to ask you what you have planned.
Yeah, and for the kids who are out of school already, sometimes that can mean one less meal in the day, but of course there's an app helping them find free meals around town.
And Ellery McCardle's on the road again, taking your suggestions and finding beautiful photo stops. Where is she this week? We'll find out.